Good morning, Raptor Freaks. Lexi Odds here, and it's game day, baby. We're in Charlotte. We're playing the Hornets today, and well, let's get to it. It's preview. Let's go. All right, let's start with our guys first. Of course, there is injury news for the Raptors. There has been since the season started, and there continues to be. Kelly Olynyk is back, has ruled him out for Wednesday's game. I believe he did not travel to Charlotte. I'm going to guess that. That makes sense. Emmanuel Quickly is doubtful for Wednesday's game against the Hornets. It's his pelvis. I think I heard yesterday that he did not travel to Charlotte, so he is not going to be playing tonight for sure. Scottie Barnes did not travel to Charlotte. It is his orbital bone, his eye. So we'll see. Now there's some news out about it. Well, we've got Dr. Alley, who Josh Lewinberg likes to put on his Twitter. And you know what? I'm going to give her some credit. She's given us best case and worst case scenario this time with Scott. And I appreciate that. And so sometimes she's really like the doomsday or like, oh no. And I hear what she says. I'm like, ah. And it's not even like I shouldn't hate Dr. Alley. It's you don't shoot the messenger, but in some ways she's not telling me what I want to hear. But here we go. This is what Dr. Alley's prognosis is for Scottie Barnes and his injury right now. And she's saying, based on how hard and quickly he went down, concern for an orbital bone fracture. Timeline would depend on severity. If not surgical, could return as early as this weekend. With surgery, could be 3 to 4 weeks. Injury to the eye also possible and could include scratch, bleeding, or rupture. That all sounds awful. But it does sound like he could have just got popped in the face and he might put a mask on and be back this weekend. So that's what I'm hoping. We know Scott's a young man who's very strong and healthy. And hopefully it's just a pop in the eye, mask on his face, and he's back in action this weekend. Hopefully he's playing in Saturday's game when we retire Vince Carter's jersey against Sacramento. So, it could very well be he's not going to be in the Braun and Brawny circus on Friday night at Scotiabank Arena, but he could be back for Saturday, is what it sounds like. That's the best case scenario. Now, if there is surgery needed for Scottie on his face, which does not sound good, that means he'll be out for a month probably. So let's hope. I don't think normally face surgery is not happening in this scenario. Usually it is not to the extent where they have to cut him open and do something. Let's think about this logically. So I'm pretty sure Scott's just going to be back in a couple games and he's going to have a mask on. That's what's going to be. Yeah, there's the Dr. Alley prognosis. And I thank you for giving us the best case scenario this time with the worst case scenario. Give us some options here on your plan. All right, getting back into because there's more injuries. Oh my gosh, Jacoby Walter has been he's healthy. He is healthy. He's ready to play, but he's in Toronto, actually in Mississauga specifically, and to ramp up his ability to play in the NBA at an NBA pace, he is with the 905, and he will be practicing in their training camp and going through Raptors 905 training camp is actually a very good opportunity for him because he can go at it with less pressure and just get himself physically ready to play in the NBA. He will probably make his debut in an NBA game, I would say in the next week or so. But he is at 905 with the Mississauga team, and he is not in Charlotte. Bruce Brown Jr. is still out also, and that's from recovering from his surgery. On the other side of the ball from us, ball. Actually, LaMelo's done really well this season so far. The Hornets are 1-2. They won a game against who did they beat again? They beat the Hawks. No, they beat Houston. They beat Houston in Houston's home opener, which is kind of crazy. So Houston is still having problems, but LaMelo scored 34 points, and 27 points so far this season. So he's scoring very well. So we do need to look out for LaMelo. They lost to Atlanta and Miami also. And Charlotte is the same Charlotte that Charlotte's always been. It's just Charlotting, like Charlotte does, right? Right? I don't care. You guys said, "Oh, we'd be better when LaMelo and Brandon Miller and everybody's healthy and together. We're gonna be better." I don't believe you. I don't. Because the thing is with Charlotte, they're like us. We're on a sliding scale of talent, and we have way more talent than they do. And we're going to come at them tonight and show them that we're going to out-talent them with a deeper team, even with all of our injuries. That's where I really believe. There are 2 injuries to this team on Charlotte's side, and 2 people will not be playing today, and I'm not upset about it. First of all, it's Mark Williams, the center, is out. Their starting center, Mark Williams, is not available tonight. And their rookie from last year, probably maybe their best player on their team, Brendan Miller, will not be playing tonight, guys. He got hurt last week, and he's supposed to be reevaluated on Friday. So he's still out today. So there's 2 of their starters are out for the Hornets tonight. And their lineup looks like this: LaMelo Ball, Trey Mann, who's been really good scorer for them off the bench. He's probably going to start at shooting guard, maybe. Cody Martin, the other Martin twin, is still in Charlotte. Miles Bridges, that degenerate, he is still in the starting lineup and playing for them. He's cleared and allowed to play in the NBA. That's messed up, first of all, Adam Silver. You should have done the Jonte to Miles, honestly. And then Nick Richards will probably start at center in the place of Mark Williams. Off the bench for the Charlotte Hornets, they have the European Misic, who's a little point guard, he's a whiz on the court. Let's just put it that way. Josh Green, Grant Williams, one of my least favorite players in the league, is on that team. Yeah, that big doughboy dummy. Seth Curry, the brother of Steph Curry, is on this team. Tijani Saloon, Musa Diabate, KJ Simpson, Nick Smith Jr., and Taj Gibson, the old veteran center from way back. That's what their team looks like. And you tell me the names that I just told you, whether the Hornets are a more talented team than us with just RJ going down there out of the barbecue and the guys that are going to be around him. You tell me. So the Raptors need to win this one. This is a very winnable game. And there are not going to be very many winnable games this whole entire year in different ways like this. So we need to win this one. And I'm telling you why, even more so, we should win this one against them. The referees, guys. The referees tonight are very good for the Raptors. Let's just put it that way. Our crew chief tonight is the great Tyler Ford. I've spoken about Tyler Ford a lot in the last week or so. We had him in the preseason for a game. And he's just one of the best refs in the league. Seriously, he's right down the middle. He's a all-star kind of ref and a hot shot. This guy's like the Anthony Edwards of refereeing, just so y'all know. Number 39 is in his 10th season out of Lima, Ohio. His favorite TV show is Yellowstone. His favorite movie is Remember the Titans. His favorite musician's Old Dominion. His favorite book is The Power of a Positive Team. And that's what we're trying to be, Tyler. The Raptors are a very positive team under Coach Darko. And hopefully you feel the positive vibes. You're like, man, the power of a positive team on me to call calls for them. That's right. I'm going to call some calls for the Raptors because they're a positive team. And they don't have some wife-beaten lowlife in their starting lineup. Yeah. His favorite meal is steak. That's what I got at Real Sports the other night. Medium rare. Real Sports steak. Yeah, it's good. Favorite app, Netflix. He'd most like to visit Ireland, and his bucket list is to play golf at Augusta National. Yeah, Tyler Ford considers his most memorable NBA assignment to be his first playoff game, Game 1 of the first-round series between Philadelphia 76ers and the Brooklyn Nets on April the 13th, 2019. As I said, Tyler Ford is a very good ref for the Raptors. We win 59% of our games when he is present, and meanwhile, the Hornets win 53%. So they actually have a winning record with Tyler also. So he's been kind to the Hornets in the past, but not as kind as he has been to Toronto. So 59-53 is the split with crew chief Tyler Ford. The second ref is even nicer to us, guys. It's Nick Bookert. Nick Bookert is from Orlando, Florida. He's in his 15th season, number 3, and the referees. His favorite TV show is Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. I bet you he likes that Dwayne Wade statue. Yeah, there's like White Walkers and zombie in that statue. It's like Nick Booker's like, yeah, I like this new Dwayne Wade statue. It reminds me of my 2 favorite TV shows. His favorite movie is Gladiator. Are you not entertained? Favorite musician is David Gray. His favorite book is October Sky. He also likes steak. So, man, seriously, if this game was in Toronto, I'd invite both y'all down to Real Sports to get a steak with me. Yeah, Nick Booker, Tyler Ford. Yeah, we ain't cooking in the kitchen no more. I'll actually take you out and take you down to get some steak at Real Sports. But alas, this game is in Charlotte, and I can't do that. I'm sorry. But yeah, another steak lover. That's something we got the steak lovers refereeing us tonight. That's right. Favorite app is Bands in Town. And you most like to visit Rome. Okay, when in Rome. Bucket list, attend the Super Bowl. That's right. Nick Booker has done volunteer work with March of Dimes, among other community outreach projects. Yeah, Nick is awesome, guys. We win 63% of our games when Nick Booker is present. And meanwhile, the Hornets only win 39%. So that's the biggest split today. It's 63 to 39 for the Raptors once again. So the first two refs are on our side statistically over time. The third ref is a young ref. Once again, we're getting a young ref who's in the first couple of years of their refereeing, just like we had Sheree the last game. We've had Mirkovich so far this season. Also, we got Pat O'Connell. Patrick O'Connell. He is also a G League ref. And yeah, Pat O'Connell has only refed both teams twice each. And they're both 0-2 when he's around. So it's completely even. 0%, 0%. 0-2, 0-2 for the Raptors and the Hornets with Pat O'Connell. So there's your ref crew. We got Tyler and Nick, who are fantastic refs for the Raptors in this Charlotte game tonight. And then Pat O'Connell, a rookie who, well, somebody's going to get a win with Pat O'Connell around tonight. That's what's going to happen tonight. There's your ref report. Thumbs up. We got a good crew. We got a good crew, guys. Very, very good crew tonight. They're going to call it right down the middle. The Raptors show up. They out-talent them. They outwork them. We're going to win. We're going to win. This ref crew will not screw us over. I'm going to tell you that right now. They will not. If they do, and I eat my words tomorrow, well, then I'll be saying, I'm so disappointed in you guys. You guys are normally so on the up and up. Tyler Ford and Nick Booker. Yeah, these are good refs. Seriously, these are very, very good refs. So there you go. There's your ref report. There's your injury report. No Brandon Miller, no Scottie Barnes. Yeah. yeah. All right, let's get into the comments. We got the classic car of the day, the Instagram stories, all the normal routine things that we do on the Raptor Freak channel every single day. That's right. Trevor's saying we live in a time where stupid people are being silenced so the stupid people won't be offended. You know, it is a weird time. There's a lot of misinformation and disinformation, and there's a lot of gaslighting. There's a lot of manipulation in all kinds of different ways. And yeah, in some ways, oh, man. You know what? There's a difference between being intelligent and being honest. Let's just put it that way, Trevor. That's what I would say to your comment right there. There's a difference between being intelligent and being honest. How about that? Let's think about that one real quick. Trevor J saying Sixers were fined $100,000 for a public statements, including by President of Basketball Operations Daryl Morey and head coach Nick Nurse lied about Embiid's health. Yeah, this is weird. The Sixers did get in trouble with Joel Embiid after the investigation that was sprung at the very beginning of the season for his DMPs. But the weird thing is, they're saying they're not fined because he was injured or not injured, because he is legitimately injured. They were fined for how they reported the injury. Nick Nurse is already real surly. There's a clip that came out yesterday of him talking to the press, and they're asking him about Joel, and he's just sick of it. He doesn't want to talk about him. He literally shut down a media member saying, I'm not talking about Joel anymore. Stop asking me about Joel. Whoa, okay. The honeymoon really is over in Philadelphia for Nick Nurse over there. And he's like, Paul George shows up and he's hurt already. And Paul George's vibes just came rubbed off on Nick. And now he's just unhappy. Maybe he's unhappy with the crew he's got there now because his team was better last year. He knows it. And now they did all this shit. They got Paul George, and it's a fancy new player. And honestly, he's a sham. He's a sham. And, well, I don't know. Nick is surly. And there's a lot of problems in Philadelphia that are strange right now. But, yeah, go ahead and fine them. I'm all about that. Find the hell out of them. Maybe that's a $100,000 fine for not reporting Joel Embiid right. Maybe that's a $100,000 fine, Daryl Morey, for tampering with Nick Nurse. Could that be it on the down low? Because honestly, how the fuck do you get a $100,000 fine for just speaking to the media about an injury that is actually true? Does that make any sense to you, Trevor J? Really, think about that. Why would they fine him $100,000 for lying about the injury, but the injury is real? Maybe they got fined for tampering on the down low with Nick Nurse as our coach. Seriously, could that be what it is, actually? I don't know. I'm going to say that in some way because it makes sense to me. Because, I mean, listen, Joel is hurt. They didn't lie about that. They go in and investigated him. Yeah, he's really hurt. He can't play right now. That's just the way they said it. This is weird. This is so situation. It's so weird. Trevor J saying happy game day. Let's go Raptors. That's right. And he's got the lineup out there. I love to see it. I love to see that lineup. The Raptor heads, they're ready to play. Monique is here. Good morning, Raptor Free crew, and happy game day. Happy game day to you, Mo. Yes, we'll be in the chat tonight during the Charlotte Hornets Raptors game tonight. And hopefully our guys get the win. Get the win. You know, RJ is going to go be down there and be the franchise player for us tonight, the leader, the bona fide leader with Scottie and Emmanuel out. He is the B in the BBQ that will be present. So let's see RJ lead the team. And well, maybe some of the things that people have been saying is like RJ's a real leader of this team. Well, let's see it happen tonight. How about that? Let's see RJ get out there and lead this team to a big dub. And that would be awesome. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. And RJ, yeah, he's excited to be back. I want to see him bring that excitement down to Charlotte and mess up the Hornets. That's what I want to see right there. Yeah. Monique's saying next man up mentality tonight for sure. Yeah, let's speculate about who the Raptors will start since Scottie and Emmanuel are not there. Probably Davion Mitchell will continue to start in the place of Emmanuel quickly. Grady Dick, RJ Barrett, and Oshai Abaji should be the guards and forwards in the middle. I could see them just putting Oshai in for Scottie and not putting Chris or somebody else. And then Jakob Poeltl at center. And that's great because Oshai has been starting a lot of games this year. He's been playing at a very high level. So, you know, RJ can slot up at the 4, especially against a team like the Hornets. We'll do that. We'll do that. What the hell was that noise? He's trying to call me or something? What is this? Where's that coming from? I can't even tell. You guys hear that noise? I don't even know what the maybe it'll stop soon. I don't even know where it's coming from. Where is that coming from? All right, is somebody trying to call me? If you're trying to call me, get the fuck out is what I'm saying right now. Because there's nobody on Facebook. There's no Facebook call. There's just some sort of weird doodle doodle. Okay, it stopped. Thank God. That was weird, man. I've never had that happen. In all the thousands of streams that I've done, I've never had that happen. That's very strange, y'all. Very, very strange. All right, get back on track, Lex. You're unflappable. Monique is saying also, hang on. No Scottie. Yeah, that's in the title of my stream. No Scottie. Yes, it is known. Everybody knows this because honestly, we care and we want to know what's going on with Scott in his eye. We don't want him to be that bad. He may have a big shiner right now or something. The Scottie looks like he got in a fight with Mike Tyson right now, maybe. Who knows? We'll have to see. Maybe not. Maybe he was hiding from the public while he heals a bit. Trevor J saying Oshai and Grady extinction. Great to see that. That's horrible. What do you mean extinction? My God, I know we're the Raptors and we do a dinosaur motif, but we don't want to have Grady and Oshai go extinct. No, no, extinction. I know what you mean, Trevor, but once again, your voice to chat screws you up with your accent. And you said extension, but it's heard extinction. So that just autocorrects are messed up, and we do not need any more injuries, Trevor. So do not say shit like this, please. Yes, Grady and Oshai, since the season has start, have played exemplary at a high level, and they have earned their rookie contract extensions, and they are now under contract with the Raptors, as long as a lot of the other guys. So, you know, our core is under contract for next year, pretty good. Like I think like 7 or 8 of our guys are all on for next year, and that includes our rookies and our main important starters. So yeah, extension. Don't say shit like this, please. I want to delete your comment. I got to delete your comment, man. I'm sorry. I can't see that. That makes me upset. I'm removing that comment. I don't want to see that ever again. All right. Nako saying poor Jalen Suggs, that bad of a hairline for that young of an age. Hope my guy has a razor. Whoa, Gerald, come on now. You know you're talking to right now. Listen, Jerry, I'm going to tell you something, young man. I know you can grow a really big froey haircut. I've seen you get that hair. If you watch the Kensington Variety VIP Club show on the video tab on this channel, you'll see old episodes with Nacho the Nacho in it, and Gerald's hair is giant. Like he has the Jared Allen hair. You can't get that. Seriously. That's part of the part of the fun when we were on stage was the dichotomy between this and him with the huge hair. Now, Jerry, are you making fun of bald people right now? Why are you doing that, man? You're a young man. And I would say this, Jerry. This is something that I learned when I was around your age. Will you watch out in the next 10 years and you hope that that does not recede the shoreline on your head either? I don't want that for you. Trust me. But that happened to me. So be careful. Do not say stuff like this. You do not want this kind of coming around at you. I don't care about Jalen Suggs' hair. I care about that man talks like a dog. And he's scary on the court, and he's an old friend of Scottie's. But yeah, man, you can't be making fun of this man's hairline. Seriously, don't do it. As a man, you should never do this because this shit could come and get you in your 30s. I'm not going to lie. And I want you to have your hair, your luscious, crazy, froey hair for a long, long time, Gerald. But don't mess with the hair people. Seriously, I may have made fun of some people for their hair when I was younger. And look where I'm at now, okay? No, it's true. One of the things we loved to do on stage was having Gerald with such hair on the stage and me no hair. There was some fun in that. There were some jokes in that for sure. For sure. Monique saying, I know it's Charlotte, but please come out ready and lock in. Yes. 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 Nah, I don't want to lose tonight. You know, I can get a bye with losing by a basket to the Denver Nuggets in overtime. I can get by with losing to Minnesota in their arena by 11 points. I can get by. Well, actually, I can't get by with the first loss. That was a bad one, the blowout and the home opener against Cleveland. But yeah, I cannot get by with the loss tonight, Raptors. You need to win this one. And in some ways, this is me reverting back to holding you a high standard and saying, yeah, you're going to have to win this one. I'll give you allowances on a lot of other games, but you're playing Charlotte tonight and you need to beat their ass. No ifs, ands, or buts. You need to get the big dog. That's the only way it's got to be right now. That's right. The only way. G saying Sixers got fined 100,000, but the Clippers only got fined 50,000 for tampering. This league is ridiculous. Now, what I said, G, is not necessarily true that they're fined for tampering. They're fined for misreporting Joel's injury is what they're fined for. But on the down low, maybe they are fined 100,000 for Nick Nurse kind of tampering shit. Yeah. Yeah. Daryl Morey straight up came to Nick Nurse a year before he came to him as a coach and said, you need to come coach for me in Philadelphia. They made that shit happen. Rich Paul heard him say it. And he's like, yeah, you want to do that, Daryl? I'll figure it out. I'll talk to Nick. And then Nick did really weird shit on our team that was against his normal DNA. Nick Nurse don't want to lose on purpose, but he did on purpose because Rich Paul instructed him to contract with the Raptors and go and coach the Sixers. It's the damn truth. Nobody is ever going to tell you this in the mainstream media. The NBA is not going to talk about this, but I looked at it from the outside and I could see right through everything and understand this is what it is. As soon as Nick Nurse started wearing the little NN hats and started promoting himself as a person himself, a brand himself above the Raptors, I knew we were in trouble. I knew as soon as he got Clutch as his representation, I knew we were in trouble. And well, exactly everything happened the way Daryl Morey wanted it to and Rich Paul. And in some ways, Nick Nurse didn't want it to be this way exactly, but he took the advice of his representation and he went with it. It's not natural. That's why Nick was so cantankerous and he looked so unhealthy his last year of the coaching the Raptors because he was living a lie. And he knew that it went against his very deep ethics and the way he's lived his whole life, honestly, building himself up in his coaching career. It was not natural. And part of that was why Nick's energy was so fucked up because he had to act. He had to pretend. And he was not good at that. He's a very authentic person. He doesn't hide his emotions. If he's uncomfortable, he's mad, you'll know. He's not very good at putting on a face. And that's why I say you're a bad actor, Nick Nurse. Acting like you're trying to coach our team the last year you're here when you were actually trying to submarine your career. But that was under the direction of Rich Paul and Daryl Morey for the ultimate end of this. Well, the NBA knows this and they understand this from the inside. $100,000 fine for tampering. I mean, in some ways, G, you can make the argument that the coach is more important than a player like Kawhi Leonard because that's the coach. And there's an article out on Yahoo yesterday with Eric Spoelstra talking about how coaches in the NBA have such a limited shelf life that they only get like 2 or 3 years at most, and then they're out. That him and Greg Popovich are the very much the exception to the rule that coaches just don't survive as long as Spoelstra, Popovich, and Kerr have their teams. And well, that's what I'm saying. In some ways, maybe 100,000 is fair for Nick Nurse being taken out of our team, just like Kawhi was by the Clippers. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, man. This league is ridiculous. I'll agree with you. Evelyn's saying, "Good morning, Rapid Freak family. I'm back from Cayo Cayo, Cuba. Happy game day. Well, we're glad you're back safe, Granny Swag. And we hope you soaked up all the sun rays with baby Candace down there and the other baby. And you just had a very, very, very nice vacation. I saw some of the pictures. It looked like such a good time. And Evelyn, we love you. I hope you can come maybe to the Raptors 905 game on December the 8th. I'll be going there to go to Mississauga. I have a couple seats in the truck. Maybe you could jump in there with us. Maybe I could come by and pick you up and take you to the game if you're interested. December the 8th, Westchester Knicks, 2 o'clock on a Sunday afternoon. If that time is good for you, you let me know. That's the next Raptor Freak meet and greet hangout. So a bunch of us are going to go to the 905 game on December the 8th, 2 o'clock, Westchester Knicks. We're going to check out Ura Shamshay playing for the 905. That's right. Carlos saying, "Good morning, Lex, and most gracious Raptor Freaks. Game day alert. The battle stations." Most saying, "Open gym officially back today." Yeah. This is a weird day for them to drop an open gym episode. It's usually Fridays, but I think it's because it's Halloween tomorrow. And I think it's because they have the Halloween footage of the Casa Loma annual Raptors Halloween party, and they're going to put it out on that. I don't know what exactly is going to be in the open gym episode. I hope it's a little bit longer than just the 10-minute episodes we were getting last year. In some ways, without Jeff running that show, the show's just not the same. And meanwhile, the NBA has taken the model of open gym and ran with it with the starting five. I'm not going to watch this shit. Somebody was saying that the new starting five show on Netflix is just so good. And they've already announced the 5 guys that are going to be on the season next year. And it's so cheesy. Another Celtic. You're going to do Jason Tatum in the first season and then Jaylen Brown in the second season? Barf. And like this crew, the next year is kind of interesting. I mean, Kevin Durant would be fun to watch on this show. He's a weird guy. He'd be kind of fun to watch. But yeah, I don't care about this stupid show. I don't think I will ever watch it. Because honestly, it's not of interest to me if it's not open gym. Honestly, if it's not about our guys, I don't need to know about that kind of shit about these guys' lives back there. NBA fans, you go ahead and go watch it. But I'm not wasting a single damn minute of my time watching any Netflix starting five TV shows. I got open gym. And that's the one that was been here for over 10 years. And that's the reality around the show of the NBA that I like to watch. And I ain't got no time to hear about Deuce Tatum and Jason Tatum's fun life as a father and son. Fuck that shit. I don't want to hear about that. All right, let's keep going. I love that open gym's back though, Mo, and I know you're excited too. Seymour Pape is saying Saloon on the Hornets is another Shamshay. We need to lock in Raptors by 9. There you go. Sheriff Seymour Pape checking in from Alberta saying, yeah, that guy's pretty good. Saloon. All right, Saloon. Let's hanker up to the bar in the saloon and have a bar fight Old West style and kick their ass. That's what I'm saying. We need to lock in. Raptors by 9. All right. King Brian's here. Good to see you, Brian. What's up, Freak Nation? I'm curious as to how Darko will manage the floor and excited to see the young guys get their reps. Yeah. I mean, this is the kind of game where a lot of people have been critical. They're saying they want more Mobo right now and less Fernando. They want more Dick. These kind of things are being said around Raptors Nation right now, and the opponent of the Hornets is more conducive for this. I would argue that the Timberwolves and the Nuggets, the last 2 games we played, were not conducive for playing our young players a lot of minutes. They did because we have to, but they were really more shed and, in moments where they were like not going to mess us up. Well, tonight, playing against the Hornets, we could play the young crew extended minutes against them. In fact, we may see Shamshay out there. Actually, we won't. We won't see Shamshay because those guys have been assigned to 905, and they're all in Mississauga except one. There's one of our rookies that is traveling with the team. I think that wait, was the other one was hang on. I got to make sure because there was some news on this. I'm going to look in the Raptor Freak chat because I believe we talked about this in the Raptor Freak chat, and I want to make sure I get this right because there is one that is not with the 905 and is in Charlotte. I know there's at least one of our rookies there, and you guys might be shocked which one it is. Hang on, where is that part in the chat? Okay, they're saying that DJ Carton, Aldous Shamshay, and Jacoby Walter are on G League assignments. So DJ Carton, Shamshay, and Walter are not in Charlotte. So the other two guys and Mobo are in Charlotte. So Mobo, Shed, and Battle are all with the team in Charlotte and available for the game tonight. So they're not there still. Okay, that's what it was. So Battle, Mobo, and Shed, those three rookies are with the team in Charlotte and available tonight. Just so y'all know. There you go. Fiercey's here. Good morning, fam, and happy Wednesday. Let's overtake the Bees. Whoa, Bees? You mean the Hornets? Yeah, this was some funny thing that they put out recently. Somebody, I don't know where, I saw it. They said an emoticon for each of the NBA, and some guy just skewered it. They were like, first of all, they put the dinosaur for us, and this guy's like, that's not a raptor, that's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And then somebody put that as the Hornet symbol, and they're like, that's not a Hornet, that's a bee. And then some teams couldn't even have like any kind of like emoticon that fits for them. So like for Detroit, they just put like blue and a red dot with each other. Oh, I forget where I saw that post, but that was funny. But yeah, bees, come on, that's bees. I mean, it is the Queen City, the hive, and there are bees in a hive, but these are hornets and they're blue. That's right. Monique saying 905 Media Day pictures looks so simple. So simple. Yeah, there's Media Day stuff going on in 905 Mississauga. Coach Andrew Jones's team, he's got quite the squad, and training camps is going on right now, and they're going to cut that team down to the right amount. 10 players on the 905, not including our rookies and our two-ways. So really, in reality, there's like 18 guys available for the 905, even after the cuts. So they got like 16 dudes. They may have to cut like 3 or 4 or 5 of them in the training camp this week. And that's what's going on with that level of our team right now, the G League level. Fiercely saying, why are the Sixers always fine? Laugh out loud. Jokes aside, shows how crooked and unethical they are, constantly fined for lack of transparency. I'm telling you, maybe they are paying on layaway a couple of installments for tampering with different things and doing really shady shit. I don't know. Either way, it's great. We love it. It's funny. Ha, ha, ha. You got fined because of big dummy Joel Embiid. That's fun stuff. I like that. Seymour saying Scottie should have Undertaker choke slammed Westbrook in follow up with the tombstone pile driver on Aaron Gordon. I'm all about all of that. I think that's awesome. And yeah, they went to Brooklyn last night on the second night. They're back to back, the Nuggets, and they played Dennis and Jordy. And guess what happened? They had another overtime game last night. Wow, crazy. Well, the Nuggets prevailed in overtime against the Nets also, guys. Just so y'all know, this is a thing. The team was winning the championship 2 years ago. And they're playing rebuilding teams. They're coming up with young coaches like Fernandez and Rajakovic. Well, another outcome like this, Jamal Murray and them do well. Russell Westbrook had a good game last night. In fact, he had his first good game as a Nugget last night. And they got a little bit more out of Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. so that Nikola did not have to score 40 last night. But Nikola, I think he got a triple-double. And, yeah, they did a similar thing to us, what they did to the Nets last night, except they beat the Nets by more. And there was crazy scoring in the overtime. It's like they didn't play any defense in the overtime, and it was like 13 to 18 points. 13 points for the Nets and 18 for the other team. So, yeah, the Nuggets are waking up, and they beat a couple of Eastern Conference teams in overtime in a back-to-back situation Monday and Tuesday night. And now their record is 2-2 all of a sudden right there. Yeah, very interesting. Nako's saying 100,000 and 550,000 is nothing for a sports organization. Yeah, I mean, they don't want to be giving money to the NBA like this for no reason. I mean, let's look at it. In some ways, you say there's nothing, But who knows? There may be rules in the NBA where that money is taken as part of their fees for the year, and it adds in the salary cap or something like that. There's different ways they can screw them over with these fines. I'm telling you, yeah. Most saying main guys out except for RJ and Yak. The only ones that are out are Scottie and IQ. And then, I mean, you can say Kelly and Bruce. But that, yeah, that a lot of the Raptors. See, I'm looking at who's 905 eligible and who's at training camp and who isn't. Shamshay's at training camp, and so is Walter, and so is, as I said earlier, DJ Carton. DJ Carton as a two-way is there too. But Mobo, Shed, and Battle, the three rookie leaders that have been contributing for the Raptors the most in their rotation, are in Charlotte. And that's a lot of it has to do with the injuries for um, our team right now. So, yeah. Yeah, let's see. The audio. Yeah, I don't know where that audio was. Raceman, were you trying to call me? There was some sort of weird like ring or something like that. I don't know what's going on. Nako saying, "Dang!" And I thought Nick was in better spirits after talking about Scottie. Oh well, a Sixers dumpster fire sounds real fun. Yeah, he's pissed at the press. The honeymoon with the press is over, Keith Pompey. Yeah, you may have helped Nick get out with your little press conference and talking to him and getting him to admit that he's upset and unhappy being in Toronto, and your little staged press conference in Philadelphia near the end of the season in that game that year. Yeah, now Nick hates the press there, even though the press was a part of the means that helped him pry himself out of his contract with the Raptors. Very, very interesting stuff. Nako saying might not be a bad idea to put your phone on silent or don't disturb during the stream, but you do that? I do that. I did it before the stream. This was coming through the computer. It had nothing to do with my phone, and I think it was like I don't think it was somebody calling on. It sounded like somebody was trying to call me on Skype. Is what it was. It was like those weird bells. Did y'all hear it? I don't think you could. Maybe you couldn't. Let's see. Bryce is saying, "Good morning, Lex and Raptors freaks." I think RD. Do we have IQ tonight? I don't think so. You know what? I may be wrong. He may have traveled with them on the whim that he may actually play, but it's saying that he's out. He's doubtful. He's doubtful. If he's not likely to play, he didn't travel because this is just a go down to Charlotte for one day, come back kind of thing. It's in between. And in some ways, these guys, if they're getting better from their injuries, they don't need to be flying down to Charlotte for one game just to sit on the bench. Just stay in Toronto, rehab here, and rest. And then hopefully you'll be ready to play against LeBron on Friday. So, yeah, I don't think IQ's going to be playing tonight. He's not going to be playing tonight. Let's see. Trevor saying Denver wins. Yeah, I just went over that. Trevor saying NBA Today had RJ's dunk as the number one of all the games highlights. Number one off, all the off. Yeah, it's your accent again. Yes, this is something that doesn't happen with the Raptors very often. NBA.com or whatever has selected RJ's big dunk over Aaron Gordon in the Monday game as the highlight of the night for Monday night's NBA action. So usually you get disregarded in this way, but I think RJ just did something so nice they had to be like, woo, and gave it to him. So that's awesome. I love that. Smooth Brown Man saying the NBA is laughable, a joke of a league. Fines. This is why I'm getting more turned off of basketball. Yeah. Okay. So okay. Oh, it was race mode calling me. Sorry, Lex. I turned on the show and couldn't hear your audio, and so the sound in your ears was me calling you on Instagram. My bad. Have a great Lexathon. I don't know. Maybe it was something on your end because I'm getting the reading and I know they can hear me. So, yeah, that was Edmund that was calling me. That was what that noise was. He's worried my audio wasn't working. He wanted to tell me it's working, right? It's working. You guys can hear me, right? Right. I was saying open gym teaser looks longer, 95 and beyond, but that's just a teaser. Yeah, well, to enter the whole season, I'm sure they're going to have to put, a lot of the history and building in the 30th anniversary year. And they have so many good clips intertwined with the past and the now, and that they would be dumb not to use some of the great produced clips that they've been showing the arena already in the open gym episode with meshing up people like Vince Carter and Damon Stoudemire with our current Raptors team. I love that stuff. It's very fun. And it gets me sentimental. about the history and culture of the Raptors. Yeah, I'm wondering though, because it's Halloween tomorrow, if they wanted to get the Halloween footage out to show the fun of the Casaloma party, because that's the thing that's telling to me. They could have just waited until the day of Friday, because that's normally when they drop it, but they're going to drop it today on a Wednesday. That Halloween's tomorrow. That's why I'm windowsing this like this. There are ads that the Raptors are putting out, getting us ready for takeoff, and that's Saturday. Get to your flight at Pearson on Saturday, because the flight is taking off. It's Air Canada flight. Yeah, Carter. Yeah, that's the way they're hyping up the Vince retirement jersey. That is his jersey's going to take off and fly and depart on Saturday night to our rafters. I'm still not totally exactly okay with it, but I'm getting better every day. I'm getting better with it every day. That's right. Yeah. Seymour saying there's a video out of Westbrook being heckled by fans at the game for being on that Kendrick stage. Laugh out loud. Yeah. I mean, in some ways, not Kendrick, Russell, you're an idiot. In some ways, I used to have more respect for you, but that cheap shot on Scottie the other night has made me lose respect for you a lot. And then you trying to act like you're all bad when you tried to hurt our franchise player. So fuck you, Westbrook, and your bullshit, and all the people saying ugly things to you. I'm not mad at them anymore. I was mad at them because that's like, he's a human being. You shouldn't be treating him like this. Well, he's a trashy human being, obviously, and he does deserve some of the stuff he's getting hurt. That's what I say on that. That's right. Let's see. Seymour saying Raps versus Nuggets. That's right. At that game. That's right. Somebody in the arena. Yeah, we were yelling all kinds of crazy stuff. I was at that game, Seymour, and I was underneath the basket near our bench, and I yelled Jonte at Michael Porter Jr. when he took his only free throw and he missed it. It was awesome. I said, Jonte! Michael went, and missed a free throw. It was awesome. I was like, yeah, that worked. I knew yelling Jonte at Michael Porter Jr. would work if he got a free throw near us, and it did. He missed the only free throw he got in that game against us, and it partly was because I yelled Jonte at him. That was so good. I love that part, Raptors. That's right. Kareem's here. Good to see Kareem Thomas, the dunk champion of this channel, and he's also the trivia leader right now. We need a wire-to-wire win tonight. These games I expect to win. I think Shed, Mobo, and Battle may progress better with the big squad at post 905. It just feels right. Well, that's where they are right now. But don't get it twisted. Jonathan Mobo was at Media Day yesterday in those 905 jerseys, getting those pictures taken. So was Jamison Battle. So these guys are getting their 905 stuff figured out, and they will be in 905 jerseys playing for 905 at times this year. Some of it has to do with this, Kareem. Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, IQ, whole of the regular rotation come back. Well, they may not get to play as much at that point, Jonathan and Jamal and Jamison. So they may need to go to 905 to continue to get steady playing time. And that's why we built 905 for Bruno Cabaco. And this is this kind of shit that is exactly perfect for it. Bruce Brown, Kelly Olynyk, these guys come back. They want to get minutes. They're in the rotation. The rookies have to go to 905. And that's usually the case. That's right. Mo's saying, I can't stay long in Scarborough for my wheelchair seating progress. Okay, Mo, I wish you all the best of luck, and you have a great appointment. And yeah, we understand. I know you'll catch up with the stream later, or we'll just catch up with you at another time, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I'll see you in the chat tonight too. Kareem saying that Dwayne Wade statue looks nothing better than a grade 5 paper mache project. They showed footage of Dwayne in the process of them making it, him in there checking it out. And they're saying, oh, he's seen what it looks like already. So he kind of knew it was going to be a little, and it looks like the sculptor's with him. And the sculptor's like making weird faces as he looks at it. And even Dwayne Wade is kind of like, this doesn't look right in some ways, like while he's looking at it. So he did inspect the sculpture before it came out. Why didn't they listen to him and try and fix it? I don't know. In some ways, yeah, grade 5 paper mache project. Yeah, they might have done better, actually, Kareem. A grade 5 student with paper mache might have done better with that statue. Seriously. Brian saying the sculptor of Wade's statue is willing to die on that hill based on his statements. Shaking my head. You know what you need to do is you need to get sculptors that understand basketball and know who the person is, and not just like going to do an artistic like interpretation. That's probably what it is. This guy's a jackass He's a sculptor. He probably doesn't watch basketball at all. He's just commissioned because there's not that many people out there. And he's just like, oh, I get the essence of this. He thinks he got the essence of this. No, that statue looks like a really poorly drawn Marvel comic frame. And so, some guy like getting shocked by gamma rays, becoming a Hulk or something like that. It's such a weird statue. That guy wants to die on that hill. Well, I'm sure his phone ain't ringing anymore. How about that? How about that? Cowboy said, I just seen the Wade statue yesterday. It reminds me of the part in Indiana Jones where he picked up the wrong cup. There's been so many good jokes and memes. I've been posting them in our Raptor Freak private Facebook group chat. The one of him as Han Solo encased in kryptonite. That's just perfect. The face is like, ah, and the hands are up. You know, there's him as the Scream, the great art piece, the Scream with Dwayne Wade's face on it. Oh, there's so many. There's a picture of him with LeBron James and Chris Bosh from the championship years of the Heat. And they superimposed that face over Dwayne Wade's face. They even went and took his wedding photo with Gabrielle Union, and they took and put the sculpture's face over his face, and it looks ridiculous and funny. It's all out there. It's in our Raptor Freak Facebook chat. If you join as a member of the channel, you have access to the fun on there. Oh my gosh, people are having a field day with that thing. Let's go, Raptors. Get that W. That's right, Cowboy. That's right. That's right. That's right. Let's go. Seymour saying between Iverson and Wade's weird statues. Yeah, and the Ronaldo one too. I even think that one of the Kobe statues that are out in LA is kind of weird looking too. That doesn't look exactly right. I think it is the Kobe and the one with him and his daughter. They don't look exactly right. I don't think they do. Randolph saying blessings, beloved Raptor Freaks, most informative gang on this game day. Keep your focus, and all the distractions will be powerless against you as you head to your destination of success. Love. I love that. That's awesome, Randolph. That's awesome. And that, in some ways, that is echoing what Leo's saying this morning. He's saying, don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid not to try. Boom goes the dynamite. Yeah. Let's keep your focus, and all the distractions will be powerless. And don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid to try. Coming from Randolph and Leo this morning. Thank you for your advice, and blessings to the Raptor Freak families, especially the Phillips family. I appreciate you, Randolph. Trevor saying they are saying Battle is the leading scorer in all rookies. Well, statistically, is he? Does he have the highest scoring percentage of all, or scoring average of all the rookies in the NBA right now? Is it him or Missy? There's nobody stepping up and going crazy like Zach isn't. Reed Shepard ain't done jack shit yet. Stephon Castle, I haven't heard nothing about him yet. Those French guys are busts, it looks like so far. So, yeah, that's very interesting. If Battle is the leading scorer as a rookie this year, that'd be awesome. I don't think that's likely, though. Somebody's going to get going at some point. Brian saying at Seymour, don't forget what they did to Kobe, too. Yeah, that's what I was mentioning. Yeah, they did Kobe wrong, too. Kareem saying, I really want to see LaMelo Ball have an off night tonight. We're going to lock that bitch up in the shed. Yeah, I like that. That's right. Yeah, it sounds really twisted. But it is what we're doing because our guy's name is Shed. Yeah, lock him up in that shed and have an off night. LaMelo Ball, can you do some fancy llama dribbling for me, man? I love it when you llama dribble. I say that you have a llama haircut and you look kind of like a llama. But then that's what I want to see. Can you do some fancy and one kind of shit? It doesn't matter if you win or not. Just go do like fancy stuff for the young people so they're happy, and then you lose. Okay, that's what we want. LaMelo. L is what your name starts with, and L is what you're gonna get tonight from the Raptors. That's what I'm saying right there. LaMelo Ball is one of the players in the league that I least respect. I seriously least respect him. I know young people revere him. They love him. They think he's so cool. I do not. I think that he's a sign of what's wrong with this league and his crazy, stupid ass shit that he does. Now, sure, he's scoring a lot. He does certain things. Maybe he is good in some ways. But to me, he's just a glorified and one player is what it is to me. I hear his brother's already hurt again already. That's sad. In some ways, that's sad. I'm not mad or gleeful about that. I'm kind of like, damn, you spent all that time trying to learn how to walk to come back, and you came back for like 3 games, and now you're already out with a hand injury. Lonzo Ball. That's sad, man. That's sad. That is so sad. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. Blackhawks here. Good to see Neil. It's a tone-deaf response to a statue that bears emotion from Heat fans. It's a tone-deaf response to a statue that bears emotion from Heat fans. I think everybody's seen it and they think it's crap. I think overwhelmingly, nobody's even been hiding that the statue's crap. In some ways, it's like they made Dwayne Wade look like the zombie version of him. Like if he had died and got buried and then came up out of the ground, is what that statue looks like. Seriously, he looks like he's hungry for brains in that statue. It's so weird, man. Me of Tracy Murray and Morris Peterson combined. Those are interesting comparisons. I would say Tracy Murray for sure. I don't know about Mo Pete though. Mo Pete was a special kind of player because he had ups and he could throw it down. In some ways, I don't know about Mo Pete. I can definitely see Tracy Murray and Jamison battle though. That the 3-point shooting is that on money, like Murray was in the original Raptors year. Yeah, I can see that comparison. I wouldn't see Morris Peterson though. Morrison Peterson is a different kind of player in a certain build. Yeah. Seymour saying, I got to peep the Kobe statue. You got to go check out some of the Kobe statues. There's like 3 of them, y'all. The Lakers put like 3 Kobe statues outside their arena. Yeah. One of them's the one that commemorates his 81 points against our franchise. One of them is with his daughter. And then there's an older one that's been there forever that's there also. I think he has 3 statues outside the arena. Isn't that crazy? It's a lot of statues. Brian's saying, yes, he is number 1. Yes, he is number 1. Jamison Battle, number 1 in rookie scoring. Blackhawk saying MA is pulling back from Reed Shepherd. Well, they've got a lot of talented young players in Houston, and it's a crowded place. And if they're not in a rush to get Reed Shepherd developed and out there, Fred VanVleet, don't they have a Thompson twin down there or something like that? So, yeah, there's different people in the depth chart, and Reed Shepherd just isn't getting his shine yet to get out there. And that's just how it is. That's the NBA, man. You got to wait for your turn, and it'll come. It'll come. Let's see. Carlos saying, I'm going to start the Jamal Shed battle and Mobo Rookie of the Year propaganda. Well, in some ways, we're in trouble because there's 3 of them. If we had just one really good rookie, then it would be more effective. Yeah, I don't know how far you're going to get with this. You got 2 second-rounders and a guy who was not drafted. I don't know how you're going to get far with this. In some ways, the stuff we're seeing from them, I hope it carries through the whole entire year. But in some ways, that may not happen either. So we got to see what happens first. If you ask me which one of the rookies for our team has the best chance to win Rookie of the Year, it could very well be Jamal Shed by the end of the year. Although, who knows? Mobo is really out the gate. I don't think Jamison Battle's realistically in the picture to get Rookie of the Year. Fiercey saying, got to go, fam. Let's get that dub later. There you go, Fiercey. Have a great day, Eye Candy. Cowboy saying, let's go. Blackhawk saying, the sculpture's creator's response is tone deaf. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. He could be some artistic guy, and he's just kind of very arrogant. And he's like, oh, well, you do not know art. I know art. This is art. Art. He says it like that. He says, art. This is art. That's crazy. Oh, Nuggy the Ruggy's here. Y'all, what's up, Nuggy the Ruggy? He is my friend. He came to see me a couple months ago, and he is cool. He's my dude. He was my co-host. You guys know Nuggy the Ruggy. That's right, holding it down for us on BC side of the great country of Canada. We love you, Nuggy the Ruggy, and I'm happy to see you back in the channel once again. Please tell me a joke, Nuggy. Do whatever you want on the channel because you are a contributor. You are a part of this channel because you have came and appeared on the show. And he has his Raptor Freak shirt, rocking it over on the BC side of the country. We love you, Nuggy the Ruggy. And tell your mom I love her too. And your dad's awesome too. So yeah, Nuggy the Ruggy, you're awesome, man. He's saying, sorry, I haven't been on in a while. Everyone loves the Raptor Freak shirt, by the way. Awesome. That's what I want to hear. I love you, Nuggy, so much. And man, it was so cool to see you this year. And I do want to see you again when I can, as soon as I can. And man, I appreciate you being in the chat this morning, man. Nuggy the Ruggy. Y'all big up Nuggy the Ruggy. And let's also give him a dunk. That's right. Nuggy, you're getting a 10-pointer today for showing up and saying hi. Nuggy the Ruggy, you are now at 28 dunks, my guy. 28 dunks for my dude, Nuggy. That's right. I love that guy, man, so much. You guys saw how fun Nuggy was. You know, Nuggy, I did your trivia after you left. I took the little card box you gave me, and we did the trivia questions out of there one day. It was awesome. We called it Nuggy the Ruggy Trivia, and it was very helpful that day. I had a hard time thinking of questions, and, well, your questions on your little trivia cards for where in the world are you came in real handy. Let's just put it that way. That's right. Brian's saying that Trevor, sorry, he was as of Monday night. Right now, Shed is third. Yeah, man, those rookie rankings going to change every night. We'll see who's where and what, but we're in the top 10. That's what I like right there. Kareem saying, "Oh shoot, Nuggie is here. Everyone hide your wallets and jewelry. He's masked up and ready to take everybody's life savings." No, I don't know. Nuggie's over back home, and Nuggie's not like that, man. Nuggie's just a cool kid. He likes to skateboard, and he's got a lot of cool stuff. And Nuggie is actually the cat. Nuggie is the cat. Nuggie's the ruggy because the cat lays on the floor and looks like a rug. And we love Nuggie the cat, and also my cousin Nuggie the ruggy, who's appearing here also. That's right. We love Nuggie. Yeah. No, he's not gonna come and take it because he was wearing the bandana when he's on my show. That's a good episode. That was a really good episode, honestly. One of my best episodes. Carlos saying apparently Wade approved the clay version of the statue. Yeah, he saw it. There's footage of him inspecting it and looking at it before they finished it. Man, it is what it is. In some ways, don't let them ever make a statue of me if that ever is anywhere in the cards. Seriously, I don't want a statue. If it's gonna be like this, nobody make no statue of the Raptor Freak in the end. If I'm dead and gone and long time, and they're saying, man, we should make a statue for him. He's a real one for Raptors culture. No, I don't want one. Don't put it out there. Alvin Williams will come with a crate full of pigeons and release it near me. I don't need that. And I don't want to be looking like Dwayne Wade. No statues. I think more people are going to be like this. When I was younger, I used to dream of getting a statue made of me because I did such great things in my life. Now I don't want one. No, I seen what the sculptors are doing. I do not want a statue. No, I don't. All right. Let's keep going. Blackhawk saying MA is about the playoffs. He doesn't have patience for rookies. He already has Fred VanVleet playing 40 plus minutes. Yeah, and that's the Rockets fans are getting pissed. And the Rockets are not necessarily winning exactly right. No, they're not. They're not doing well so far to start the season. So, yeah, I mean, that's tough, man. Udoka is a certain kind of level of a coach. And in some ways, he's a lot like Nick Nurse, ultra competitive and wanting to get the best out of his team. Exactly. I mean, that's the only way he can be. And that's a conflict when it's a young team that's very young and they're trying to go through the development stages to get better. Well, how did they develop Nick Nurse or Ime Udoka if you're not going to play them? That's it right there. Let's see. Seymour saying maxed up Nuggie. That's right. And Kareem saying Oshai equals 6th man of the year. Yeah, once again, guys, we have to win awards. And if we're not a winning team, we're not getting any consideration. This is all wishful thinking. You guys thinking about rookie of the year and 6th man of the year. The 2 awards we could get, depending on how things go this year, are most improved and coach of the year. If Darko gets some crazy win total that nobody expected out of our team by the end of the year, Darko could be in the running for coach of the year. So those are the 2 things I think are most likely. Rookie of the year is not likely at all. And I would say the same thing about 6th man of the year also. 6th man of the year is very competitive. And if Norman on the Clippers can do so well the last few years and gets stumped or like disregarded for 6th man of the year, we ain't winning no 6th man. No, we ain't got no Lou Will. No, it ain't happening. Let's see. Stargate said, good morning, Raptor Freak family. Maybe I missed it, but what's the official status on Scottie? Scottie did not travel to Charlotte. He will not be playing tonight. He has an eye injury. It's not official whether he's broken anything. It's not official anything yet. The best case scenario is he's back this weekend because it's not anything that serious, and he's going to wear a mask. Or the worst case scenario is he needs surgery on his face, which I don't sound like it's probably likely, and he'll be out for a month. So that's kind of where the range is according to Dr. Ali. That's right. Carlos saying, apparently MA wanted to trade the pick. He wanted a vet. He doesn't have time for rookies. Dude, I like that guy. In some ways, I'm with him. I have the same philosophy. Now, we have a bunch of rookies right now, and I love them. They're great. But in some ways, if I had the choice, yeah, I'd like to be further along in building the team to a championship and having more vets. That's kind of why, in some ways, I was in the camp of let's not blow it up. And let's keep our guys if we can and continue to try and fight for championships. But it's not to be right now. The cap situation and where the money was going for Anunoby and Siakam. I'd much rather be up higher on the escalator fighting for championships in a realistic way. And that's what MA wants also, obviously. Very, very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. And Nuggie saying, Seymour, I ain't even near masked up. I'm making a PB&J for school, and I look like eBay Jim Carrey. That's who I look like. I look like, in some ways, like Rick Carlisle's ugly brother. Yeah, that's what I look like too. He's making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich because he's about to go to school. We got to remember he's on the West Coast, and it's 7:19 for him right now in BC, and he's not masked up. He's making peanut butter jelly sandwiches. He's a kid going to school. Nuggy, we love you so much. I'm so happy you came back in the chat this morning. I really am. I'm very, very happy. Seymour saying the Wade statue looks like a clone version of his clone. It looks crazy. It looks so crazy, man. It looks so crazy. Oh my gosh. It looks like something out of like Clash of the Titans or something like that. Like that motherfucker, excuse my language. That guy looked at Medusa or something like that. Medusa, the snake lady. That Harry Hamlin's walking around with some mechanical owl. And all of a sudden he turns and it's Dwayne Wade. It's like Harry Hamlin turns and looks at the Medusa. And all of a sudden Dwayne Wade's statue appears. Oh, that's a Medusa statue. He got turned to stone because he saw a snake-haired lady. That's right. That's right. Trevor's saying Wade statue looks like the guy from the Addams Family, the tall one. Looks like Lurch. Did you say that? It looks like Ted Cassidy, a.k.a. Lurch from the old Addams Family show. That's pretty good, too. Yeah. You rang. We carving it up today. That's right. eBay Jim Carrey. Look, see, Nuggy's funny, y'all. Keeps telling some more jokes, Nuggy. Seymour's laughing. Let's see. Blackhawk saying, someone tell Jordy to send Darko $10 for his ball pressure strategy. Nets won 2 games now, incorporating ball pressure. Magic does 6-9 better than us. Copycat league. So you're saying the Orlando Magic are doing the Vision 6-9 right now that we used to do, and we're not doing it anymore? Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do it better than us. We had some success with it. I'm not going to believe anything about them being more successful than us until they, as a franchise, win a championship, is what I'm going to say right there. Yeah, I know. I saw that Banchero or whatever, Montanero or whatever the fuck his name is, got 50 points. Sorry, excuse my language. Although I did talk to Nuggy about this, and he's like, I've heard all these words, and my mom is not like trying to censor me. So if I do cuss a little bit with Nuggy the Ruggy here, it's okay. He's all right with it. It's all right. In some ways, it's not a word he's never heard. So let's see. Yeah, I don't agree with Magic doing 6-9 better than us. I don't believe that. I think we were good with 6-9 for a while, and until they do something monumental as a franchise, I ain't gonna believe that. Now the Nets stealing the pressure thing, I think that's just a normal thing. Everybody's gonna try and pressure at certain times, but yeah, if they're doing something similar to what we did because they saw what we did against Denver the night before, then yeah, they probably did steal some stuff from us. For sure. Nuggy says Scottie Barnes got elbowed in the eye. Damn. Yeah, he did. It was Jokic. Nikola. He went bam and hit him in the eye. And some people were saying with a forearm. Some people trying to say he didn't get that hurt. But, man, he did. He folded and went to the ground. And people are going to try and say that didn't get that hurt. That's BS, man. You think he's trying to play act? No. And in some ways, Nikola is a big boy. And he's very strong, and he's got a lot of weight to him. So, let's not poo-poo the injury to Scottie and say, oh, Scottie's a weak sauce. Why can't he just like bounce back from getting an elbow in the face from a 7-foot, 260-pound man? I mean, seriously, come on. And Nuggy say, nah, when you take your hat off, you're Mr. Clean meets Tom Hanks. Man, Nuggy's on today. All right, we're going to give him another 10-pointer. You're at 38 now, Nuggy. You just called this man Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean is the man behind the shine. Is it wet or is it dry? Speaking of cleaning the boards and getting the ball off the top of the backboard, there was a moment in recent Raptor games where the ball got stuck up on top of the hoop. And Jakob Poeltl got the little sweeper girls sweeper and pushed it out with the handle. Well, I've seen footage of this at a Pacers game recently where Obi Toppin jumped. He didn't use no stick or anything, jumped up and hit the ball off the top of the rim. It was extremely impressive because that's like jumping and hitting the top of the backboard. It's like, forget about the rim at 10 feet. This dude jumped up and grabbed the ball off the back of the top of the backboard, 14 feet high, something like that. Wow, that's athletic. Obi Toppin has done very well in the slam dunk competition, and that was really cool. That was so cool, so cool. Yeah, Mr. Clean and Tom Hanks, really. Oh, life is like a box of chocolates. Oh man, you rang. Carlos saying Nuggy's gonna be a stand-up comedian when he grows up. I hope so. Nuggy can be whatever he wants to be. Seriously, this kid is so talented. You can be whatever you want to be, Nuggy. I believe in you as your cousin. I do, man. You're so talented. You're funny. You're charismatic. You're an artiste, and you should go in the direction of what feels good and do it. I'm telling you right now because that is your destiny. And I know you've got some good ideas, and there's all kinds of things he's already doing. So there's some fun stuff. I'm excited to see what Nuggy does over the years. I'm gonna be honest right now. As he gets older and he becomes an adult, I want to see the amazing things he's gonna do. Dunk for Nuggy, yeah, we'll do it. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna give him. This is a Nuggy show because Nuggy the Ruggy is in our presence. We're gonna give him another one. This time it's only 5. So you're at 43. You got the Pascal Siakam now, bro. You're like a groat, man. You got that Siakam 43 now, man. He's saying either that or a 7-Eleven worker living in my friend's basement. That's what you think I look like? Dang. That hurts. I did work at a convenience store recently. I have lived in a basement. He's killing me, man. He's killing me now. He just stabbed me in the back. Pull it out. Oh my gosh, he killed me. Oh no. Seymour's like, oh my gosh, yeah. Oh man. All right, I need a glass of water after that. Holy crap, I'm getting a little lightheaded. That was a rough one. That hurt. Listen, with the housing crisis in Toronto, living in a basement ain't no problem. You got to sometimes. And I was a proud pillar of the community at the convenience store when I worked at Kensington Variety. Oh, it's so funny. Creve said, if Scottie wears a mask, I hope it's red and white so we can call him Captain Canada. Yeah, let's get some Alpha Flight going on. Come on, Alpha Flight. Marvel's Canadian superhero team, Alpha Flight. They had a Canada guy, Captain Canada guy, who wore a mask that had a Canadian maple leaf on it. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the Leafs need to come and talk to Scott and give him some sort of cool, like, goalie mask of some sort. Maybe Scottie shows up and is very on point for Halloween tomorrow. And we got Jason Voorhees on Saturday morning. That would be kind of cool, actually, if like we did that Canada hockey crossover with Scottie Barnes and his mask he's getting fitted for, and he shows up on Saturday at Vince Carter's retirement game, and we're like, whoa, who's that? I don't know. He looks kind of like Scott. He kind of would look like that one dude on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that wore the mask that was their friend. You know who I'm talking about. I don't remember his name. If y'all know the name of the one character on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, not Splinter, it's not Shredder. It's the guy who wore the hockey mask and had long hair behind it. Maybe Scottie could show up and look like that dude with his fro out the back. And he'd be like, I forget his name. If y'all know his name, let me know. You may not know it, but who knows? Either way, I like that idea. Scottie, get a crazy red and white Canadian mask. That would be so cool. That'd be so cool. Nuggy saying, and he uses a backboard as his shield. Yeah, I like this. Seymour saying, yeah, Obi jumped with no effort too and poked the ball from the top of the backboard. I know that was really impressive. Very insane. Carlos saying Nuggy hits you where it hurts. No, yeah, he does, man. In some ways, it's like I never expected it from you, man. I thought you were my guy, bro. How could you do this to me? He took me out front of the Kensington Variety, kicked me in the curb, and kicked me down the street like a piece of paper. Oh my gosh. Nuggy's saying that's not what I meant, but your reaction was way funnier if you got that original joke. It's all good, Nuggy. Sometimes I do not read what people are saying exactly right, and that's part of the fun of the channel. And you know that. You're an improvisational genius yourself. I know. And you take what you get and you just do what you do with what you got. Yeah, I love the episode that Nuggy was on with me here when he came to visit. He was like pulling up music for me off his phone to help me on the show. That was amazing. If I could ever figure out how to do Skype or whatever the thing they'd use for people to do work these days, I would do that with maybe Nuggy the Ruggy calling in from BC from time to time. I don't know. I don't know. What is that? I always forget that because I don't use it myself. It's like I forget what were they using during the pandemic where everybody Zoom. That's what it's called. Zoom. Yeah, if I could figure out Zoom, maybe we could do this. Yeah, Casey Jones, boom goes the dynamite. That's right. Seymour's got it. He's getting points for extra trivia points here. We're gonna give you, you know what? I want to give you trivia points for this, but I'm gonna give you dunks. I'm gonna give you a dunk because it's not really Rapid Freak trivia. But yes, Casey Jones was the name of the guy I was talking about with the hockey mask on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Seymour Pape, you're gonna get a 10-pointer for that. 180 on the dunk charts for Seymour knowing Casey Jones. Trevor's saying, let him call you 7-Eleven employee. Let him call me 7-Eleven. No, I didn't work for 7-Eleven. No. Don't get it twisted. I worked for a small independent convenience store called Kensington Variety, and it is owned by my good friend Hassan, who used to work there with me. Him and Hassan and my other friend Munir, they bought the store from Mary and Magnus, who own Rasta Pasta across the street on Kensington Avenue in Kensington Market, the historic district of downtown Toronto. And yeah, I used to help them run that store. It was so much fun. You can see it in there's videos. There's one that came out today, and I'm talking about Halloween because it's 5 years ago today. That's right. That's right. Kareem saying Jason was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No, there was a character with long hair, and he had like the claw things, I think, on him. And he wore a mask, a hockey mask, and his name was Casey Jones. And he was in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles comic also before it got made kid friendly. The original Eastman and Laird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was not for kids. It was very, very brutally violent. If you find any of those black and white old comics, I have a few actually in the other room that are worth something because they're before the cartoon and the figures and everything that happened. Yeah, he was in those episodes too. So he's like an original character from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles world. And his name's Casey Jones. If you look it up, you can see him. Cream saying, I'm just happy Lex doesn't sip his water like that orange hair president. All right, we don't need to bring this in. We're on the home stretch. Hopefully everything will go very well next week. And we will just get a life away from this dude. Seriously. I really hope this goes away after this. But I have a feeling the pattern of things, when he loses really badly next week, he's going to still whine and cry that he didn't actually lose like he has for the last 4 years. So we'll just have to see what happens with this. Blackhawk saying, Scottie can borrow goalie's mask from the Leafs. Perks of MLSC. That's kind of what I want to see. I mean, I don't know. It may obstruct his vision. In some ways, these masks yesterday back are very open for the eye to see. And I don't think a goalie mask would be best for Scottie. That you can maybe this Bill Laimbeer classic. I mean, Bill was the first one who kind of rocked the clear plastic mask. But we've seen players wear colored masks like Jaylen Brown in recent years. Kobe Bryant was wearing a black mask for a little while during his career. And I think even LeBron has worn a colored mask at some point. So this is common. This is a rite of passage for an NBA player to have to wear a mask. Maybe not the transparent mask of original mask wearer Bill Laimbeer. Of course, Bill Laimbeer was going to be one of the first people to have to wear a mask. Everybody wanted to punch him in the face. Oh, man, this is so good. We're so loose today. I think it's because Nuggy's here. We're so loose today. This is a very casual stream right now so far. It's really fun. Nuggy's saying, yeah, nah, Raptors going to win anyway. That's right. That's the attitude. He's a Raptor freak. He's got the bona fide shirt. He knows what's up. Dubs, big dubs for the Raptors. RJ Barrett, Jakob Poeltl, Oshai Baji, Grady Dick. Go down there and mess up them Hornets this morning. Yeah, get them today. Yeah, get them. I want to see y'all win. This is a game I don't want to see y'all lose. Trevor's saying, Lex, you can use WhatsApp. You can do video calls on it, and it's free. All you have to do is download the app once. You have internet. You can call anywhere in the world for free. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I mean, in some ways, the format of the show, it might be awkward and difficult. And like, it's so fast paced with me just answering y'all's questions and stuff. You know how it is when you have to do like over time places and stuff. I don't know. Maybe at some point this channel will evolve in those kind of ways. But right now, I mean, what's working is working. We're going to keep going with that. But who knows? Maybe over time, we do the live call-in show. That's been a change over time. Maybe it'll expand. It could very well be that the Thursday Think Tank at some point becomes four squares on Zoom of 3 other people with me in there. And we're all talking about hoops, kind of like Brian's format on To The Point. A little bit like that. That's right. By the way, Brian has been talking about doing reactions after the games on his channel. So if y'all want to check out, he's going to live stream like I do after the game. So To The Point might be doing live streams after games soon, just so y'all know. Kareem, you can't get points for yesterday's classic card. I'm sorry. This was yesterday's classic card. And if you didn't see what happened, it was strange. I know Halloween is tomorrow. There's some weird, strange things afoot. I mentioned that Scottie might have to wear a mask like Bill Laimbeer. And then I proceeded in like the next 5 minutes to pull the classic card out without looking at it. Did not set this up. And look at the card I pulled, Kareem. That was so freaky. Like, seriously, like 5 minutes before I pulled this card, I said Scottie might have to wear a mask like Bill Laimbeer. And then I pulled the card out, and look who it was. Bill Laimbeer wearing a mask to boot. There's a lot of Bill. It was so I am a visionary, and then I can predict the future. I could literally predict the future minutes before. And I don't know how to do that. Maybe that's why I'm good at doing what I do on this channel. So as far as predicting Raptors games and what's going to happen and stuff like that. So tonight we're going to beat the Hornets because we got a good ref crew and we got more talent than them. That's right. That's what it's all about. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy, Bill Laimbeer? Yeah, you don't get it, Omari. Smooth got it yesterday. And on that note, let's do the classic card of the day. Yeah, let's do it right now. Let's see. Should I just name a random player and see if I get it? See if I can do this again. All right, I'm not looking at the thing. Who's a good random player that might be actually somebody I pull here? Why don't I just say Jalen Suggs? All right, Jalen Suggs. Why not? All right, let's see who I get. Okay, very not Jalen Suggs. So, I didn't get it this time. All right, here's the classic card of the days, guys. And please, full name. Don't half-ass me. All right, here you go. Here it is. He's a rookie, and he's on the Suns. Do not look up the number in the jersey. Just try and get this off the top of your head. This is an older card. This is second series NBA Hoops. The very, very popular NBA Hoops cards that came out. He's a rookie for the Phoenix Suns, and in some ways, he looks kind of like Brian Macon. Is that Brian Macon? Scottie Barnes' trainer? No, that is not Brian Macon. That is somebody else. Will Bynum? No, it's not Will Bynum. That's a good answer, Seymour, but it's not exactly right. Let's see who else can get it. Give me three guesses. Tyrone Corbin's not a bad guess. Smooth. One more guess, and I'll give you guys a clue. I will say this. You guys are, Tyrone Corbin's too well known. This guy's not that well known. So in some ways, this is a difficult card. Whoever gets this is going to get some points because this is not an easy classic card. So somebody else put one more guess in, just write a name in, and I'll give you guys a really good clue, and that'll probably give it away who this guy is. So, yeah, he does look like Brian Macon. He kind of looks like Tristan Thompson, too, a little bit in the face. A little bit like Tristan Thompson. Of course, this player is shorter. He is not a center. This guy, I believe this guy's a guard or a guard forward around that position 2 or 3 is who this guy is. Nuggy saying, yo, I got to go get ready for school. I'll be watching the game later, though. I hope you see you soon, cuz. I love you, man, and I hope you have a great day at school. And let's get this win tonight in the game, and let's get this win in life. Nuggy the Ruggy, stay safe, and always I bless you, man. And I hope that your life is just awesome and all good. And I appreciate you being in here today and giving us some energy, some of your great energy in the stream this morning. Nuggy, you are awesome. And say hey to your folks for me, all right? One more guess. All right, Dale Ellis is not Dale Ellis. All right, here's your clue for the classic of the day today. This guy has the same last name as one of our rookies that will be playing in Charlotte tonight. This guy has the same last name as one of our rookies that's going to be in Charlotte tonight. I went over who's where and what. And, there's 3 of our rookies that are going to Charlotte, and there's the other ones are going to stay in Mississauga. Jacoby Walter's staying in Mississauga. Shamshay's staying in Mississauga. So you figure it out. This guy has the same last name as one of our rookies. If you can figure that out, well, there you go. There you go. There you go. Isaac got it now. It's Kenny Battle. That's right. Same last name as Jamison Battle. Kenny Battle was a rookie for the Phoenix Suns in 1990, y'all. And he was not a very great player. He only probably was in the league for like a year or 2, and then he was gone. Yeah, so that's why this is hard, because this is a no-name guy that nobody probably remembers hardly. Yeah, Kenny Battle is the right answer, and 200 points for the classic card today. Let's see. David's here, but I don't know. He's lurking. He is lurking. Oh, he just jumped out because I saw him. He's like, it's so funny. He's like, oh, he sees me. And he like ran out. 200 points for Isaac Campbell for doing Kenny Battle this morning. That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah. Blackhawk saying, I'm only joking, Lex, being that we have a hockey team. That's right. That's right. Lame beer. Okay, that's mean. As a person under 21, beer does seem very lame so far. Boom goes a dynamite. Don't ever pick it up. I'm telling you, bro. Seriously. I know you already went to school, but this is my part, Nancy Reagan. This is my part to say no to drugs. And alcohol is a drug. It's a legalized drug that's normalized in society. But trust me, it's still a drug, Nuggie. And if you never ever touch that demon brew, I would be proud of you. Trust me, it ruined my life. In some ways, people are like, why is Lex the way he is? Well, it's alcohol, y'all. Seriously. Why the hell is Lex like not married and having no kids at almost 50 years old? Well, it's because of alcohol, y'all. Seriously. That is the one main reason why Alexi is exactly who he is because I was a drunk and alcoholic for 20 years of my life. And I ruined my life over and over again all through those 20 years. And it wasn't until I got sober at 35 that I started to really live. So yeah, Nuggie, avoid that shit. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. It's a waste of time. It'll just mess you up. Seriously. Trust me. Trust me. That's right. Nuggie. All right. We already read that. We read that. All right. Let's get back into the stream. And there's some things we got to take care of real quick. Let's do the Instagram stories. There is the part that I was talking about with they're saying that it's time for liftoff for Saturday. Vince Carter retirement jersey ceremony on Saturday against the Sacramento Kings. Yeah. Have you ever wanted to go behind the scenes at Scotiabank Arena? Well, they have tours that you can go behind the scenes where you can actually go into the Raptors locker room, y'all, and check it out, man. Who knows? Maybe you can leave a little gift for Darko or the team, like Evelyn gave a gift to Darko at the open coach's house. That was pretty cool. Jamal McGlure is saying, the older I get, the more I appreciate how I was raised and who raised me. There you go. I like that. Norman Powell's showing off the cats today. Not just Apollo and Odin. He's got his cats on display. There's Apollo and Odin. They're outside. They're waiting to go on a walk, it looks like. I said walk. Yeah, they're starting running around in circles now. There's Norman with a big smile. Norman Powell, we love you, former Raptors champion. Very, very good man. Very, very good man. Jay Nathan had a great birthday. He got the Raptors saying happy birthday to him in Next Sports Agency. Happy birthday, Jonathan Mobo. I hope you had a fantastic 23rd birthday. And yeah, I guess you're down in Charlotte tonight. And Sky's not with you, but you're down there as a Raptor, my guy. Go get it. Go get it. Represent the 561 and do it the right. Shamshay is celebrating Koloko, getting cleared to play. As a Cameroonian native himself, he's happy for all the African players and their successes. Shamshay's not a hater like that. I am, though, and I'm going to say this right now. Lakers, don't you dare try and play Koloko on Friday night against us in our arena. I'll be so pissed off. In some ways, I don't think he'll be ready. He won't be ramped up in time for that. But we could very well see Koloko next week when we go to L.A. and we play them in their arena. But, man, that would the audacity of y'all. If y'all play Koloko for his first game back from his medical issue in our arena on Friday, that's trolling. I'm going to say that right now. So don't you dare try and put him in on Friday night. I'm going to be watching y'all, and I'm going to be pissed if I see Christian Koloko take the court in a Laker jersey on Friday night in our arena. I'm going to be pissed. And honestly, as happy as it may be like, oh, what are the Raptors fans going to do? Are they going to cheer for him because he's back and his health is okay? Or are they going to boo him? I don't know. I would say let you have your personal choice. And if you wanted to boo him for that, it's not unclassy because in some ways we got swindled out of our great second-round Cameroonian center named Christian Koloko somehow, some way, once again by Rich Paul and his clutch bullshit. So, I honestly, Rich Paul, fuck you. Two-finger salute. Two-finger salute for you, Rich Paul, and indirectly LeBron James. Jamal Shed is like, if you know, you know. And that's the pass to Jonathan Mobo. Happy birthday, Jonathan Mobo from Jamal Shed. That's right. I love it. Yeah. One of them ones is what they're saying. There's Miles Burns at the Raptors 905 Media Day, kicking back, gang. That's right. Davion Mitchell with a nice overhead shot of him making a layup from our opener against the Cleveland Cavaliers. and he's got his stat line: 16 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists. That was a pretty good game for you against Denver. There he is working out with our strength coach John Lee, doing the elastic bands before the game, and there he is shooting before the game, putting some shots up. There's the 905 official account. Stripes is getting some pictures taken of him behind a green screen. There's Key. He's one of the tryouts for the 905 team, and he's saying he puts the cereal in the bowl before the milk, and that if you put the milk in the bowl before the cereal, you're just wrong, is what Key is saying, the guy who's trying to make the Raptors 905. I don't know if he'll make it. We'll see. There's one of our players flexing. I think that's Vance Jackson Jr. He's wearing number 4. We know number 4 is somebody else. And there's Charlie Pride also there, 37. I think he's 37. There's DJ Carton making a layup. He is with Mississauga. He's not in Charlotte. Eric Smith posting Jamal Murray's quote about Vince Carter. He said, Jamal Murray said when he was in Toronto this week that he wishes he would be here for Saturday to see Vince Carter's jersey get retired, that he wishes he could be off and able to be here in person. That's pretty interesting. He's put a lot of inspiration to a lot of young men. Me to put inspiration into others just comes full circle. That's Jamal Murray speaking about Vince Carter. There's the Raptor at the 905 pictures too. The Raptor was there and Stripes was there. And there's Grady Dick celebrating his stat line from the Nuggets game the other day: 15 points, 4 assists, and 1 block. Very, very scant Instagram for the Raptors right now. Not a whole lot there. It's mostly 905 Media Day is on there right now. That's right. There you go. There you go. Carlos saying, I got sober at 35 too. Wow. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's been amazing. In November, I'll have my 14th anniversary. It's November the 12th is my sobriety date. So I will have 14 years since 2010. Lex has not touched a drop of alcohol since 2010. Yeah, let's see. Stargate saying Rip Hamilton wore a mask for like 2 years. Yeah, that was an interesting time. He was a very well-known mask wearer. In some ways, I think that Hamilton wore it longer than he had to because he played better with it on. It's just how it is. I think that the masks are cool. They're interesting. In some ways, they may not be that fun to wear when you're playing because it is an adjustment. Well, hopefully Scottie is getting one fitted and it's going to be non-surgical, the issue with his face. And he will be back very, very soon. That's what she was saying. He could be back this weekend, guys. He could be playing in the Vince Carter retirement game if he gets a good mask ready for him. That's right. Rip and Brandon Roy were nasty. Oh, yeah. Pat Love's here. Good to see Pat Love. If they play Coloco, will be diabolical. I watched some Lakers games and they never played him. Well, he literally got cleared to play, Pat, like 2 days ago. It's like just in time right before the Raptors game. In some ways, that makes things fishy to me. Like the NBA does hate us. They're like, yeah, we're going to show you lost out on this guy, and now the team's going to get to use them against you right away. Yeah, he wasn't cleared until yesterday. He literally got cleared yesterday. So, but in some ways, the ramping up of a player and the way the Lakers are going, they're being very successful right now. They may not want to do something, but maybe they will. Maybe they will just to thumb their nose at us. That would be so messed up. Have some respect, Rich Paul and Christian Coloco, and refuse to play on Friday if you are trying to come back to Toronto. Because in some ways, it's just wrong what happened with you. It's so confusing. And in some ways, it was nothing that Masai Ujiri could do about it. Because the NBA Fitness to Play panel, which sounds like some messed up like organization that's doing unfair shit, it like held you out from us. And then we had to make tough roster decisions last year, and we cut you. And now all of a sudden you're clear to play at this point. A lot of Pistons fans, when they heard about Coloco, are coming out of the woodwork saying, well, when are you going to clear our Thompson twin? Seriously, because we want to know when we can get our dude back. Because y'all let Coloco come back. Well, we want our guy back. In some ways, I don't trust the play panel. Like, seriously, they could be making shit up and just trying to hurt people in a weird, like, manipulative way. So in some ways, the whole thing's fishy. It's so fishy. What happened with Christian Coloco is so fishy. He came in the league and he had one of the best blocks kind of actions in the whole league. He was making a difference. He had a Wemby effect. But no, they couldn't let the Raptors develop a guy with a Wemby effect up here. They had to do some diabolical, convoluted bullshit. Man, if Rich Paul came up with the idea, we're going to have you have a made-up medical problem, and we're going to work with the NBA, and we'll get you out of here, and we'll get you on the team with LeBron. And Christian's like, this is really confusing. I don't know. I should do this. I really like Masai. No, listen, we're going to do this. We're going to have you act like you're hurt. And the NBA is going to go along with it because they're listening to me and kissing my ass. And then we'll get you out of here. I mean, I don't trust any of this shit with Rich Paul anymore. Whether it's the Nick Nurse stuff I've talked about with him and Daryl Morey, whether it's Koloko and LeBron and the Lakers right now, something's fishy. Something's real fishy here. 100% is what I see y'all are saying right there. All right, let me see. Is there anything else I want to talk about that's in my tabs? I talked about that. We talked about Embiid and his the fine. Let's see. Is there a birthday? There's no birthday today, guys. No birthday today. Y'all check your fantasy teams and get them set up. I see Cool Cat has done some stuff since we talked the other day. That's fantastic. I see that David is beating Peter's butt 7-0 so far this week in the Saborin grudge match. Yeah, some good games going on the fantasy league. Y'all make sure you check out your stuff. All right, let me wrap up at an hour and a half. Let's see what that Canadian saying. Him and Shamshay could have been a monster duo in time. I know. In some ways, Shamshay is making up for it. And I think that's why Masai got him at the end of the draft, because in some ways, maybe the NBA was like, nobody Shamshay. He should come out next year, and he'll be like a lottery pick next year. And Masai's like, no, I'm not waiting. Y'all are breaking rules on us. I'm going to go ahead and give $1 million to the Memphis Grizzlies, and they're going to draft him, and we're going to get him before anybody else at the end of the draft. And that's only right in some ways. You guys take a Cameroonian from us, we're going to go get another Cameroonian. And yeah, you're right. That would have been badass, that Canadian, if we had had Shamshay and Koloko together. That would have been too much for the NBA, and they would have done some seedy-ass shit to make it go away, whether it's stealing our coach, whether it's stealing our franchise finals MVP and taking him to Clippers. They're stealing our great center, Koloko. There's a lot of messed up bullshit happening to the Raptors franchise and Masai Ujiri, and these guys are trying to do their best. Now, think about this. If we had lesser front office that was more passive and not fighting for our rights as a team in this league, we probably get ran roughshod over worse by the league and people like Rich Paul if we had a Rob Babcock or something like that right now. So value your front office, Raptors fans, because in some ways we would be getting shafted way worse if we didn't have Masai and Bobby running things. Trust me. Seriously, I believe this because the NBA is not being nice to us. They are not being nice to us. They're allowing one of the other teams to sue us. I mean, what is this crap? This is crazy. All right, let's go over everything one more time, and then we'll get out of here. Kelly Olynyk is not in Charlotte. Emmanuel Quickley is doubtful, maybe in Charlotte, but is probably not in Charlotte, but he might be. I will say maybe there is a possibility that Emmanuel is playing tonight. Scottie, it did not go to Charlotte. He is definitely not there. Jacoby Walter did not go to Charlotte. He is in Mississauga. And Bruce Brown, he probably went to Charlotte, but he's going to be wearing a cowboy hat on the side of the court. That's it. So that's what I see with that. The Raptors should be starting tonight. Davion Mitchell, R.J. Barrett, Grady Dick, Oshai Abaji, and Jakob Poeltl. And on the other side, the Charlotte Hornets are missing Brandon Miller, the great rookie from last year. I'm not upset about that. And Mark Williams, their starting center. And they'll probably be starting LaMelo Ball, Trey Mann, Cody Martin, and Miles Bridges, and Nick Richards. Now, I would say this. We need to watch out for Trey Mann because he's been very hot so far this season. LaMelo Ball has been playing very well also. But this is still the Hornets. This is still not a very talented team. This is a bottom-feeding team, and we need to kick their butt, and especially if they don't have the kid from Alabama tonight. So no ifs, ands, or buts. If we don't get a W tonight, I'm going to be going off tomorrow on my reaction, Raptors, just so y'all know. Because I'll allow y'all to have some leeway with top teams. But if we ain't doing this shit we did last year, where y'all collected a loss to every single bottom-feeding team last year, whether it's Detroit, Washington, Charlotte, Brooklyn. You lost to all the worst teams last year at weird times last year. And we ain't doing that this year. We need to take care of those games, winnable, and we need to improve off of our 25 wins from last year. Well, you're going to need to win this game tonight. I'm sorry, Raptors. That's just how it is, especially since we got a great ref crew tonight, a crew that is favorable for the Raptors. Tyler Ford is our crew chief. Nick Bookert is the second ref, and Pat O'Connell is the third ref. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Those guys, all Bookert and Tyler Ford, favor the Raptors. And Pat O'Connell's just too new. He doesn't have anything on there. Stargate saying, you hear that, Beyond? Be nice to our front office. Exactly. Beyond, be nice to front office. The alternative is not better. Trust me. The alternative is not better. Cool Cat's coming in right at the end. Good morning, Raptor Free Crew. I hope Scottie recovers soon. Well, hopefully he could be back by the weekend, is what we're hearing. Dak Canadian saying, do we know the timeline on Scottie's return? Not officially. But Dr. Alley, who's an expert that Josh Lewenberg likes to put on blast on his Twitter, is saying that the best case scenario, he's wearing a mask and playing for us on Saturday. The worst case scenario is he has a fracture and he has to have surgery and he'll be out for a month. So those are the two alternatives. He's a young man who's strong. Often you don't have to get face surgery. That's not very often. Usually the face, that means that you have to cut your face open and move bones around. I don't think it's that bad. So if I'm looking at what the injury looked like and the different prognoses that Dr. Alley's given, I'm thinking the very better prognosis is the one that's likely. That's very common in the NBA, that somebody gets a hit in the eye and they're wearing a mask and they're not out that long. So I think that's what it is. He's not going to travel for this one, and that's fine. But who knows? Maybe he even shows up against the Lakers on Friday night wearing the mask, and he only misses one game. So let's hope that that's what it is, that Canadian. All right, y'all, thanks for watching me today. I hope I gave you all the information you wanted. Maybe a little fun while we did it also. The classic card of the day was Kenny Battle, and good job by Isaac getting that one. All right, y'all, let's come back tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Reaction to the Hornets game. Hopefully a big W. Get it done right. Don't mess around. RJ, you're the leader tonight. You take it to them. You be the number one guy on the court. This is your chance to show your leadership on the Raptors and carrying them to the victory. And I know Grady will show up next to you and throw in some buckets for you too. Oshai Baji, continue your excellence and what you're doing on both ends of the court. Jakob Poeltl, be that steady big man that you are. In fact, I should say this. It could very well be that Poeltl is going to be a dominant force in this game because the Hornets don't really have a whole lot up front. Nick Richards is a kind of good player, but in some ways he doesn't have the experience that Jakob has. So it could be that Jakob is a very big factor in this game because he is the big dog in the paint and controlling things and doing big things, making the Hornets pay down low. So I like that. And of course, the continued excellence of our rookies and our great backup guards, Jamal Shed, Davion Mitchell, and Jonathan Mobo and Jamison Battle. Now, I want to see more of them too and seeing the great things that they can do. That's right. Mike's here. Let's go Raptors. That's right, Mike. Project Truth always need to beat the Hornets tonight. And that's the truth. Isaac, thank you for putting me on 100%. 100%. Let's go to Hornets and beat their ass and their hive. Yeah, let's go get that honey. Wait, do they make honey? Do Hornets make honey? I don't know. They make bees. They make hornet stings. I don't know. We need to beat them either way in their arena. I don't even remember. Is Steve Clifford still their coach? Is it still the big red dog that is in charge of that team? Yeah. We should be all right. We need to beat the Hornets, Darko. And seriously, in some ways, this is a game where I will maybe get critical of Darko if he coaches in a way that doesn't lead us to winning. So, yeah, this is one where you guys need to get it. I don't care. No ifs, ands, or buts. No excuses on this. No moral victories. Get the W. We need our second win of the year. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you know Clifford, the big red dog? That's their coach, Steve Clifford, the big red dog. All right, let's go Raptors. Yeah.